I realized today something I really hate about social media. It's like all day long, I consume content that's made by content creators, right? It looks great, it's slick, the production values are high. As much as we like to joke about how hard influencers have it as their job, right? Content creation, let's be real, it is a job. It's a full-time job for some people. It's a very specific skill set. Lots of hours and time and experience goes into editing and creating and all of that, right? Okay, so, but what happens is, since this type of content naturally does better on social media because it's their whole job to pay attention to what does well on social media, right? And since we're watching this type of stuff all day, our brains get calibrated to think that like we, in order to have like a strong online presence, we also have to create this type of content, like whether or not we are good at it, right? And we judge our own content creation skills against people who actually do this for their full-time job. And then perfectionism sets in because, like, of course you want to represent yourself well, but this is like a terrible mindset for solo business owners like me. And I'll tell you why. So, like, if you are a solo business owner, like an independent worker, by which I mean, like, you're self-employed, you're the only one working in your business, you don't have employees, which means I do not and cannot have time to create content at the skill level and the volume of somebody whose job is content creator. But we've internalized the message that if we want to be successful business owners, then we need to have an online social media presence that looks like this. And we have to be really good at making Instagram reels or doing TikTok dances with a clever caption across the screen, or like thinking in memes, or whatever that specific skill set is, which is cool, but it's a big distraction because our time is so precious. When you are the means of production and you have to not only have a social media account, but then also like file your taxes and update QuickBooks and run your errands and fulfill orders and answer customer emails and launch the next thing, and also have like a skincare routine, have these like Hollywood level production storyboarded reels and Instagram memes, and like grab their attention in the first 3 seconds or you're gonna lose them, like, because social media has calibrated my brain that when I make a video to make a big announcement, I need to make it look as good as if I were a full-time content creator. What happens is I procrastinate at making big announcements because I want to release it with a really cool video that takes planning and time and multiple people and weather that doesn't suck, and like, I need to just get out of my own way. So this is me doing that, forcing myself to make unpolished announcements. It's a terrifying experiment for recovering perfectionists and people pleasers such as myself, and you too can try it. If you've been putting off making an announcement because you don't feel ready, you don't have the perfect plan yet, and you don't want to feel like a dork on a video, I'm here to tell you, take note, you could do this too. So the announcements are coming, but first I want to finish this point. So like, I'm not a content creator. That's not how I make money. So therefore, if I judge myself and the way my social media presence looks by other content creators, then I'm doing myself a disservice. So your business, if you're still watching this, I'm willing to bet that your business, if you have a small business, solo business, it's unique. It's one of one. It's like mine. It's unique. It's like a lot of solo business owners I've worked with over the past 20 years in my career in marketing. And if there's anything that past 20 years has taught me, which like I've worked in marketing and I've also during that time launched several successful solo businesses and community projects, it's that the standard marketing advice that's given to small business owners and entrepreneurs probably doesn't apply to you. It means that most of that advice is a waste of time, or it's too much for one person that's doing absolutely everything in your business. I know that you do not have time to go on YouTube and watch 20 hours of tutorials about search engine optimization best practices. You just want to know the keywords to put in the title of your website. So what happens is you take that marketing course or you go watch the YouTube content, and the standard advice kind of paralyzes your brain. So what you do is you write down figure out SEO on a Post-it and you put it on the wall next to your desk, and you tell yourself, when I have some time, I'll work that in. I'll get to that in my business. But I'm here to continue to read your mind and tell you that you're not going to find time to do that, because as solo business owners, we never have time. We never find time because we're too busy working. You do not have time for another online course. I know that. Neither do I. What we need practical stuff. We need stuff that we can easily apply. What can we actually do? What's actually important for solo business owners, not some nebulous thing that we have to go like figure out how to handle marketing when we don't have a marketing budget and we're literally the only person working on the business that has to play like 20 different roles. I think that's why this stuff can be so intimidating. Like how to do search engine optimization and marketing and graphic design and content strategy and your website and your newsletter and like all that stuff has such a steep learning curve because we don't have time. It's hard to work on your business when you're working in your business all the time. So here comes my 3 big announcements. Ready? Okay. So if this is you, if this resonates, like I have some online learning stuff and some community stuff happening really soon. This is going to be marketing education for solo business owners who don't have time for any of this stuff. So if that is you, I have some links there wherever you're watching this. If you're on YouTube, they're below. If this is in my newsletter, they're there. If you're on Instagram, you know where to go. Okay, so go click the link, drop your email. This is coming out really soon and I want you to be part of it. Okay, number 2. Buckle up. If you know me from Body Positive Yoga, if you're part of my yoga community, I have a little bit of a bittersweet announcement today, but it's also filled with a lot of good new energy. So I am going to be throwing a farewell party for Body Positive Yoga. I know. I'm not going to say more right now, but I have loved running the project that was Body Positive Yoga for the last 14 years. I started in 2010. And I also have like a different direction that my work is going in. And so I want to bring y'all along for the ride. I am going to throw this party for us. I have a great time planned. There's going to be jokes and stories and time for you to share and a dance party and music. And if you've been to one of my events, you know it's going to be a good time. So if my work in yoga has meant anything to you, if you've been part of Body Positive Yoga over the years, if you're just curious why I'm closing up shop, if you are interested in what I'm doing next, I want you to be at the party. Go to the links. There's a link there for you to drop your email address because I'm going to be announcing the date really soon. And the third announcement is that I'm going to be doing a retreat this summer, an event this summer. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's my first one in 5 years. If you didn't know this about me, I used to travel basically full-time for my job, throwing events, retreats, workshops, trainings, all kinds of different stuff, community stuff. And so I am very excited to announce that I'm going to be throwing an event this summer. It'll be a retreat. It's not going to be a yoga retreat. This is going to be a completely new type of event that I've never thrown before. It's going to be outside of Charlottesville, Virginia, where I used to live in the Blue Ridge Mountains at a gorgeous property. And it's going to be a really small, intimate retreat. Usually my retreats are 20 to 30 people. This one's going to be 6 to 12 people. So it's going to be really special. We're going to hang out for a weekend. I'm so nervous and excited about getting back to in-person events. And I know this is going to sell out very quickly just because it's a small group. And I haven't done an event in a while. So if it's important to you to be there, I want you to be on like the VIP announcement list. Drop your email and hopefully I'll see you in the mountains this summer. Well, I feel like I've thrown myself off a cliff and now I have to go make these things happen. I hope you'll come along for the ride. I'll see y'all.